Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Gaura Dhawanlal and with me is Manoj Singh Rana with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says now government is going to the poor and empowering them, interacts with beneficiaries of Swamitva scheme virtually and distributes 1,71,000 e-property cards. Prime Minister to dedicate to the nation 35 pressure swing adsorption oxygen plants set up under PM CARES across 35 states and union territories tomorrow. Union Cabinet approves over 4,400 crore rupee plan to set up 7 mega textile parks, sanctions productivity-linked bonus for over 11 lakh railway employees for financial year 2020-21. 75 science, technology and innovation hubs to be set up in different parts of the country. Over 92 crore 17 lakh COVID vaccine doses administered in the country so far. Recovery rate touching 98%. International ratings agency Moody's upgrades the outlook on India's sovereign rating to stable from negative. Nobel Prize in Chemistry shared by 2 scientists for work on building molecules that are mirror images of one another. In women's cricket, 3-match T20 series between India and Australia to begin tomorrow in Queensland. And in IPL, Royal Challengers Bangalore win the toss and put Sunrisers Hyderabad into bat at Abu Dhabi. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is underway, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also help others get vaccinated. We also advise our listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, and focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact the national helpline numbers 011 239 78046 and 1075. And now, the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today interacted with the beneficiaries of Swamitva scheme in Madhya Pradesh virtually and distributed 1,71,000 e-property cards to beneficiaries of the scheme. Speaking on the occasion, the Prime Minister said that now the government itself is coming to the door of the poor and empowering them. He said the Swamitva scheme is not just to provide legal documents, but is also a new mantra for development and trust in the villages of the country with the help of modern technology.
आज एमपी के 3,000 गांवों के 1,70,000 से अधिक परिवारों को मिला प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड अधिकार अभिलेख उनकी समृद्धि का साधन बनेगा। ये लोग डिजी लॉकर के माध्यम से अपने मोबाइल पर अपना प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड डाउनलोड भी कर सकते हैं। जिस गति से मध्य प्रदेश आगे बढ़ रहा है, मेरा विश्वास है कि जल्द ही राज्य के सभी ग्रामीण परिवारों का अधिकार अभिलेख अवश्य मिल जाएंगे।
Mr. Modi said the survey through drone technology is going to give a new dimension of development to the villages of India. The Prime Minister said earlier villagers could not fully utilize their land for their development due to the unavailability of property records and their energy, time and money was wasted in disputes. He said PM Swamitva Yojana is going to become a huge strength of our brothers and sisters of the village.
देश के गांवों को, गांव की प्रॉपर्टी को, जमीन और घर से जुड़े रिकॉर्ड्स को अनिश्चितता और अविश्वास से निकालना बहुत जरूरी है। इसलिए पीएम स्वामित्व योजना गांव के हमारे भाइयों और बहनों की बहुत बड़ी ताकत बनने जा रही है। और हम जानते हैं जब किसी चीज पर आपका हक होता है तो कितनी शांति होती है। जो आज गांव के लोगों के हाथ में ये जो ताकत आई है ना, ये उसके बहुत दूरगामी परिणाम होने वाले हैं।
During the interaction with the Prime Minister, a beneficiary from Harda district informed that he has received a bank loan easily with the help of the e-property card. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will dedicate to the nation 35 pressure swing adsorption PSA oxygen plants established under PM CARES across 35 states and union territories in an event to be held at AIIMS, Rishikesh in Uttarakhand tomorrow at 11 a.m. With this, all districts of the country will have commissioned PSA oxygen plants. The Prime Minister will also address the gathering on the occasion. Till now, a total of 1,224 PSA oxygen plants have been funded under PM CARES across the country, out of which more than 1,100 plants have been commissioned, providing an output of over 1,750 metric tons of oxygen per day.
The Union Cabinet today approved the setting up of 7 mega integrated textile region and apparel PM Mitra Parks with a total outlay of 4,445 crore rupees over 5 years. In a briefing, Textiles Minister Piyush Goyal said the move is inspired by the 5F vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which is farm to fibre to factory to fashion to foreign.
Pradhan Mantri Mega Integrated Textile Region एंड अपैरल पार्क पीएम मित्र योजना आज उनके नेतृत्व में कैबिनेट ने अप्रूव की है। जैसा अनुराग ठाकुर जी ने बताया 4,445 करोड़ रुपए अनुमानित व्यय है इसमें अगले 5 वर्षों में और 7 नए टेक्सटाइल पार्क पीएम मित्र के तहत देश में अलग अलग इलाकों पे प्रमोट किए जाएंगे, जिससे लगभग 7 लाख लोगों को तो डायरेक्ट और 14 लाख लोगों को इनडायरेक्ट एम्प्लॉयमेंट का साधन बने, ये हमारी कल्पना है।
PM Mitra Park will be developed by a special purpose vehicle, SPV, which is owned by state governments and the Government of India in a public-private partnership mode. The master developer will not only develop the industrial park, but also maintain it during the concession period. The SPV, in which the state government has a majority ownership, will be entitled to receive a part of the lease rental from developed industrial sites and will be able to use that for further expansion of the textiles industry in the area. The Union Government will also provide a fund of 300 crore rupees to each PM Mitra Park to incentivize manufacturing units to get established. The Cabinet also approved the productivity-linked bonus equivalent to 78 days' wage for eligible non-gazetted railway employees, excluding RPF or RPSF personnel for the financial year 2020-21. Briefing the media in New Delhi, Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur said about 11.56 lakh non-gazetted railway employees will be benefited from the decision.
अति विषम आर्थिक परिस्थितियों के बावजूद भी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी की नेतृत्व वाली कैबिनेट मीटिंग में यह निर्णय किया गया है कि इस साल भी 78 दिन की बोनस दिया जाएगा रेलवे के कर्मचारियों को और ये नॉन गैजेटेड एम्प्लॉयज के लिए होता है। 11,56,000 नॉन गैजेटेड एम्प्लॉयज इससे लाभान्वित होंगे और कुल मिलाकर 1,985 करोड़ रुपए इसके ऊपर व्यय होंगे।
The maximum amount payable per eligible railway employee is 17,951 rupees for 78 days. Railway Board Chairman Suneet Sharma has said that the bonus will be dispersed before the Dussehra festival. Addressing a press conference, Mr. Sharma said that it is a momentous decision and the total outgo towards this will be around 1,984 crore rupees. He said the decision will motivate others to perform better. He further said the Railways has given more attention towards passenger safety and after April 2019, no fatality was reported in accidents. Mr. Sharma also informed that a record capital expenditure worth 1,52,000 crore rupees was made towards infrastructure development during last year.
Union Minister for Science and Technology Dr. Jitendra Singh today said that the government will set up 75 Science, Technology and Innovation STI hubs in different parts of the country. These hubs will be exclusively for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes and will not only promote scientific talent but also contribute to socio-economic development of these communities. After a high-level review meeting with senior officials of the Department of Science and Technology in New Delhi, the minister said in the last 2 years, 20 STI hubs have already been established, which will directly benefit a population of 20,000 SC and STs through various interventions. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu today called on youth of the nation to join in promoting local and indigenous handloom and handicraft products. He was speaking after inaugurating a 3-day exhibition on handloom and handicraft products of the northeastern region, organized at the International Fair Center at Hapania in Agartala. While interacting with artisans coming from different parts of the northeastern states, Mr. Naidu said he is proud to witness such products of skillful and talented artisans. He urged people, particularly the youth and youngsters, not to go after foreign goods and products and instead to take up a role in the Vocal for Local movement for retaining Atmanirbhar Bharat. After visiting the exhibition, the Vice President attended a cultural program at the Raj Bhavan in the evening. He will leave for Dimapur tomorrow morning for a day-long visit to Nagaland.
You're listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says now the government is going to the poor and empowering them, interacts with beneficiaries of Swamitva scheme virtually and distributes 171,000 e-property cards. Prime Minister to dedicate to the nation 35 pressure swing adsorption oxygen plants set up under PM CARES across 35 states and union territories tomorrow. Union Cabinet approves 4,400 crore rupee plan to set up 7 mega textile parks, sanctions productivity-linked bonus for over 11 lakh railway employees for financial year 2020-21. 75 science, technology and innovation hubs to be set up in different parts of the country. Over 92 crore 17 lakh COVID vaccine doses administered in the country so far, recovery rate touching 98%. International ratings agency Moody's upgrades the outlook on India's sovereign rating to stable from negative. Nobel Prize in Chemistry shared by 2 scientists for work in building molecules that are mirror images of one another. In women's cricket, 3-match T20 series between India and Australia to begin tomorrow in Queensland. And in IPL, Royal Challengers Bangalore win the toss and put Sunrisers Hyderabad to bat at Abu Dhabi. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो खुद से वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे।
आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव के पावन अवसर पर आकाशवाणी समाचार के कार्यक्रम परिक्रमा में गुरुवार को शाम 4:45 पर सुनिए देश की आजादी की लड़ाई में अपना अमूल्य योगदान देने वाले भारतीय स्वतंत्रता संग्राम के सिपाही की वीर गाथा।
Welcome back to the evening news from All India Radio. India has administered over 92 crore 17 lakh doses of COVID vaccine so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The Union Health Ministry said more than 59 lakh 48,000 vaccine doses were administered in the last 24 hours. The ministry said 24,770 COVID patients have recovered during the last 24 hours and the national recovery rate has reached 97.94%. The country reported 18,833 new cases in the last 24 hours. The daily positivity rate stands at 1.34%. Nearly 30,000 farmers have benefited so far from paddy procurement under the Kharif marketing season 2021-22. 2,87,552 metric tons of paddy has been procured, benefiting 29,907 farmers with minimum support price value of 563.60 crore rupees. Out of the total, 1,46,509 metric tons of paddy have been procured in Haryana and 1,41,043 metric tons of paddy have been procured in Punjab. Paddy procurement in Kharif 2020-21 has almost concluded with the purchase of 894.24 lakh metric tons of paddy. About 131.14 lakh farmers have benefited from the procurement operations with an MSP value of 1,68,832 crore rupees. Paddy procurement reached an all-time high, surpassing the previous high of 770.93 lakh metric tons in the Kharif season 2019-2020.
In Tamil Nadu, polling for panchayats and panchayat unions for the newly formed 9 districts was completed peacefully. State Election Commissioner V. Palani Kumar said that the COVID-positive patients were allowed to vote with utmost precautions. The second phase of polling will be held on Saturday and the counting of votes will be taken up on the 12th of this month. More from our correspondent.
The newly formed districts of Chengalpet, Kanchipuram, Velur, Ranipet, Tenkasi, Tirunelveli, Tirupattur, Viluppuram and Kallakurichi districts witnessed normal polling today. 7,921 polling booths are being guarded by more than 17,000 police and home guards. 12,000 sensitive booths are being monitored through web cameras. The BJP and PMK are contesting alone without the AIADMK. The ruling DMK and AIADMK are facing each other in many Panchayat unions. Joy, AIR News, Chennai.
Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla held consultations with U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman in New Delhi today on taking forward the strategic partnership for global good. They took stock of bilateral issues ranging from COVID, security and defence, economic, climate and clean energy and people-to-people linkages. They discussed issues of regional interest, especially the evolving situation in Afghanistan as well as developments at the UN. The Foreign Secretary said important geopolitical changes are taking place and foreign policy needs to be agile in the situations that India confronts.
There are important geopolitical changes that are taking place, and of course foreign policies need to be agile and responsive to the situations that we confront. Over the past few decades, but more in the past few years, I think our relationship has seen very, very steady growth in both in substance, pace and momentum, and the solid foundation in bilateral ties, the enhanced level of understanding and trust have led to more active and regular engagements in matters of strategic interest as well as in global issues.
Ms. Sherman called on External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar this evening. Dr. Jaishankar said in a tweet that they had a good conversation on the India-US relationship, its significance and its growth. The US Deputy Secretary of State is on a 3-day visit to India to review the India-US bilateral agenda and outcomes of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent visit to the US.
As our nation celebrates its 75th year of independence, a series of events are being organized by the government as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
6th of October is important in the history of the freedom movement as the death anniversaries of 3 freedom fighters fall on this date. They are Paramasivan Subbarayan, Baba Saheb Bhosle and Bhojaram Kolita. Besides being a freedom fighter, Paramasivan Subbarayan was also a politician, diplomat and the Chief Minister of Madras Presidency. He was born on the 11th of September 1889 in Tamil Nadu. After graduating from Presidency College Madras, he pursued his MA at the University of Oxford. Later, he obtained an LLB from the University of London and an LLD from Trinity College, Dublin. Subbarayan worked as an advocate in the Madras High Court. He started his political career as a member of the Justice Party, which he quit later and was supported as an independent candidate by the Swarajya Party.
In 1922, he was nominated to the Madras Legislative Council. He served as the Chief Minister of Madras Presidency from 1926 to 1930.
In 1933, he joined the Indian National Congress. In 1937, when the Congress swept to power in the Madras Presidency, Subbarayan was appointed as the Law Minister under C. Rajagopalachari's Chief Ministership. Subbarayan was imprisoned for participating in the Quit India movement. He was elected to the Constituent Assembly from Madras and made important contributions to the debates on adult franchise, civil services, rule of law and the official language.
From 1949 to 1951, Subbarayan served as independent India's first ambassador to Indonesia. Subbarayan also served as a member of the Rajya Sabha from 1954 to 1957. He was elected to the Lok Sabha from Tiruchengood in 1957 and served as a member till 1962. He was again elected to the Lok Sabha in 1962 but was instead appointed as the Governor of Maharashtra. He passed away on 6th October 1962. In 1989, during his birth centenary, India Post issued a stamp to honor him.
On this day in 2007, a veteran freedom fighter from Maharashtra, Babasaheb Bhosle, passed away at the age of 86. Bhosle participated in the Satyagrah in 1939 while he was a student. He was imprisoned for 1.5 years in 1941-42. Bhosle was born on January 15, 1921 at Satara in western Maharashtra. He was a law graduate and completed bar at law in 1951 and practiced for 10 years in Satara. In 1980, he was elected to the Maharashtra Assembly and later handled various important portfolios. Former President Pratibha Patil was a member of Bhosle's cabinet during his tenure as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra in 1982-83.
Bhosle started the scheme of providing free education to girl students till 10th class. He started the Aurangabad bench of the Bombay High Court and also created Gadchiroli district. Bhosle was instrumental in initiating welfare measures for freedom fighters and started a pension scheme for them.
On this day in 1942, freedom fighter Bhojaram Kolita made supreme sacrifice for the motherland. He was an active participant in the Quit India movement. On 21st September 1942, he took part in a procession at Tezpur organized to mourn the death of those who died in the Dhekiajuli firing. When the procession arrived at the compound of a church, the participants were surrounded from all sides by the police armed with lathis and guns. The police gave them 10 minutes to disperse.
No sooner had the crowd begun moving out, a very heavy lathi charge was made on them from behind. Many received serious beatings. Bhojaram Kolita, aged 65, was badly injured. 15 days after this incident, he succumbed to his injuries on 6th October 1942. That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
In the program Spotlight, we are broadcasting a special series, Seva aur Samarpan, 20 Saal Sushasan Ke. Today the theme is Cooperative and Competitive Federalism. It showcases Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of leveraging cooperative and competitive federalism to achieve all-round growth for the country. This special program can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:15 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website, newsonair.gov.in, and on our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official, and raising awareness about coronavirus in our Corona Jagrukta series at 9:30 p.m. Dr. Rupali Malik of Safdarjung Hospital will be with us to answer the queries of listeners.
2 scientists have been awarded the 2021 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for their work in building molecules that are mirror images of one another. German-born Benjamin List and Briton David Macmillan's chemical toolkit has been used for discovering new drugs and making molecules that can capture light in solar cells. The technique called asymmetric organocatalysis has made it much easier to produce asymmetric molecules, chemicals that exist in 2 versions, where one is a mirror image of the other. Chemists often just want one of these mirror images, particularly when producing medicines, but it has been difficult to find efficient methods for doing this. International ratings agency Moody's has downgraded the outlook on India's sovereign rating to stable from negative. Upgrading the outlook, Moody's cited broadening of the economic recovery and receding financial sector risks. The agency noticed that the rising vaccinations have mitigated the downside risks to growth from subsequent coronavirus infection waves. Though the rating agency retained India's rating at Baa3, reflecting the lowest investment grade rating, but it said that the decision to change the outlook to stable comes as solvency in the financial system has strengthened. It said credit conditions in the country have also improved. In a revision after nearly 2 years, the rating agency said it expects the real GDP to surpass pre-pandemic levels of 2019-20 this year, as the ongoing economic recovery is picking up.
In women's cricket, India and Australia were all set to lock horns in the first game of the three-match T20 series tomorrow at the Carrara Oval in Queensland. The match will start at 2:10 p.m. Indian Standard Time. The series is followed by 3 ODIs and a one-off day and night test. In IPL cricket, Sunrisers Hyderabad were 113 for 5 in 16 overs against Royal Challengers Bangalore in Zaid Cricket Stadium, Abu Dhabi, when reports last came in. Earlier, RCB won the toss and elected to field first. Tomorrow, Chennai Super Kings will take on Punjab Kings in Dubai International Stadium at 3:30 p.m. In the second match of the day, Kolkata Knight Riders will be up against Rajasthan Royals in Sharjah Cricket Stadium at 7:30 p.m.
Hockey India has pulled out of next year's Birmingham Commonwealth Games citing COVID-19 concerns and the UK's discriminatory quarantine rules for travellers from India. The move comes a day after England withdrew from the Men's Junior Hockey World Cup in Bhubaneswar over similar reasons. Hockey India President Gyanendra Nigombam communicated the Federation's decision to the Indian Olympic Association President Narinder Batra in a letter. The Sensex today witnessed losses of more than 0.9% amid negative global cues, a report from the business world.
The BSE Sensex plunged 555 points to finish at 59,190. The NSE Nifty declined 176 points to end at 17,646. At the forex market, the rupee weakened 53 paisa to 74 rupees and 98 paisa against the dollar. Gold was trading at 46,900 rupees per 10 gram. Silver lost 240 rupees to 60,750 rupees per kilogram, and Brent crude was trading around $81.80 per barrel in intraday trade. Anubha Rohatgi for AIR News.
And now let's take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The national capital Delhi will have mainly clear skies. Mumbai will have a partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Chennai is expected to have a partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Kolkata will have partly cloudy skies with the possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. Hyderabad will have a generally cloudy sky with the possibility of rain or thunderstorm or a dust storm. Visakhapatnam will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. In Puducherry, there will be a generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Guwahati will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Imphal will have generally cloudy sky again with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Aizawl will have generally cloudy skies with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says, now government is going to the poor and empowering them, interacts with beneficiaries of Swamitva scheme virtually and distributes 1,71,000 e-property cards. Prime Minister to dedicate to the nation 35 pressure swing adsorption oxygen plants set up under PM CARES across 35 states and union territories tomorrow. Union Cabinet approves over 4,400 crore rupee plan to set up 7 mega textile parks. Sanctions productivity-linked bonus for over 11 lakh railway employees for financial year 2020-2021. 75 science, technology and innovation hubs to be set up in different parts of the country. Over 92 crore 17 lakh COVID vaccine doses administered in the country so far. Recovery rate touching 98%. International ratings agency Moody upgrades outlook on India's sovereign rating to stable from negative. Nobel Prize in Chemistry shared by 2 scientists for their work on building molecules that are mirror images of one another. In women's cricket, 3-match T20 series between India and Australia to begin tomorrow in Queensland. And in IPL, Royal Challengers Bangalore win the toss and put Sunrisers Hyderabad into bat at Abu Dhabi. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.